What to do after you face rejection? You see, nowadays a lot of people are being rejected. You have a lot of people who are being rejected by people that they like. You have a lot of people nowadays being rejected from jobs, and they're being rejected from businesses. And many people are taking it personal, and oftentimes people don't know how to overcome rejection. But let's go and talk about this real quick. You see, what you gotta understand is that rejection is God's protection in many cases. You see, when you don't get something, you have to sometimes be glad because it just meant that it was not meant for you. It was not meant for you to have. It was something that could have destroyed you. You see, I see too many people nowadays, they're crashing out. They're giving up on life. You even have people nowadays committing suicide all over rejection. What you have to understand is, my brother and my sister, is that when rejection happens, you gotta look past it, man. You gotta look towards better. You cannot just stay focused on what happened to you. This person didn't like you. This job didn't like you. Listen, man, what you gotta always understand in life is that there's always better out there. There's always better opportunity. You don't have to walk with your head down. You don't have to walk around upset and mad at the world just because something did not work out for you. There's always better out there. You see, nowadays sometimes baffles me when I see stuff like men. Nowadays I've seen stories of men, videos of men killing women over rejection, killing a woman, beating a woman up just because she said no, just because she was not into him. Listen, man, you gotta know how to carry yourself as a man. You gotta know how to diffuse a situation like that. You cannot just hurt a woman just because she said no, man. It don't work like that. Listen, man, one thing I'll tell you that I learned in my life, especially when I was a teenager, is that when a person rejects you, man, you always find a person who's just as good as them. You always find a person who even have more better quality traits. I'll give you an example. You're a man, you like a woman. You thought she was pretty. You were into her. You probably believe that this is the only girl who you could ever see yourself with. You go to her, she rejects you. Now all of a sudden you're mad, you're hurt. Listen, you don't have to be hurt, man. You don't have to be mad. I understand when rejection hits, it can be painful. For some people, they might want to cry. You just might want to be, you just probably feel down for a while. We understand rejections can be painful. It can hurt for many people because we've all been through hurt for rejection. But what you gotta remember is that you gotta look towards your future, man. Don't look towards the present. You see, that same girl who rejected you, man, you can go on the street tomorrow and see a girl who's just as pretty, if not even prettier than her. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I've experienced this in life. There was girls I used to like in my past, and they've rejected me. I've had some girls reject me, but guess what? I've always end up I've always end up seeing girls who are just as pretty, if not even prettier. And when I say seeing, don't get misconstrued, and you think that I'm talking about fornication. No, I'm not talking about sleep. I'm just talking about seeing with my physical eyes on the street. You always see a person who even have more better quality traits. That same girl who rejected you, you could see a girl tomorrow who's just as pretty, if not prettier than her, who you might find more attractive, who's even nicer, has a better spirit about her, who even got a better personality. Same thing for you, women who get rejected by men. You probably used to like that guy. You probably thought he was good looking and all that. Next thing you know, you approached him and he rejected you. But guess what? You ain't gotta walk around down. You ain't gotta walk around hurt and bitter. Listen, that same guy who rejected you, you could go on the street tomorrow and see a guy who looks just as good as him, if not even better looking, who might even be more attractive in your eyes. Not only that, but you might end up even seeing a guy who has better characteristics, who got better personality. You see, what you guys gotta understand is you gotta stay focused, man, on what better opportunities to come your way. So what if someone rejected you? So what if that job didn't like you? What, you must have went on that job interview. You were confident. You gave the right answers. You probably thought in your head, "This interview is mine. Nobody could come close." And that job rejected you. Listen, man, you don't know why you didn't get that job. You don't know why God allowed you not to get that job. It could have saved you. It could probably saved you as a person because you probably would have gotten that job. Number one, you probably have not gotten paid enough money for what you're worth. That's number one. Number two, that job will probably abuse you. You probably have to do constant overtime away from God, away from your family. Next, you don't even have enough time to spend with God. You don't have enough time to spend with your family, enough time to spend with your friends. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to sometimes be thankful when things don't work out, man. I see too many young people nowadays, especially, I'm going to say especially young people. I see older people too, but especially young people to where they just give up after rejection. Some of them even end up becoming suicidal, man. It ain't all that. Trust me, man. The pain you go through today is not the same pain you're going to be facing 10 years from now. Listen, man, that person that might have rejected you, they might have rejected you today, man. You could meet somebody tomorrow who gonna recognize your worth, recognize your esteem, recognize who you are as a person, and they want to be part of it with you. You see that same girl who might have rejected you, man. You could meet a woman tomorrow. Next thing you know, you end up being engaged to that woman. Next thing you know, she's your wife. That's how life sometimes works out to be. You end up meeting better people down the line. You end up meeting people down the line who deserve you. Same thing if you're a woman. That guy might reject you. You end up meeting a man down the line, and that you next thing you know, that man proposes to you. You guys end up being married, man. Listen, you always meet somebody in life who will recognize your worth, who will recognize who you are as a person, man. Don't get caught up in people who don't recognize who you are, because it's not meant for them to recognize who you are. It's not meant for them to see your worth and your value. Some people are arrogant nowadays. They probably think you're nothing. But guess what? Just like I've told you guys in previous videos, look at yourself how God looks at you. Never forget who you are as a person. Don't forget your worth, man. Don't forget that you can be special to somebody. That somebody will value you, man. There's always somebody out there. God can always have somebody in store for you. Somebody special in store for you. Your special God ordained spouse who gonna love you for you, who gonna see your worth and your value. Same thing, God can send friends who gonna recognize your worth and your value. You see, God can send you a job down the line who gonna recognize your worth and your value. Better even yet, God could allow you to start your own business. So guess what? You ain't got to worry about nobody rejecting you for no more job interviews now, because now you working for yourself. And you see, you working for yourself, that's the best feeling, because you your own boss now. Ain't nobody could tell you gotta wear this. This is your uniform. You gotta be like this. No, it's your business. Of course, in business, you want to remain professional even when you're working for yourself. But nevertheless, man, you at least you living on your terms and God's terms. You ain't gotta go by no company's terms. You ain't gotta compromise who you are as a person. You ain't gotta compromise your friendships and spending time with your family and spending time with God for no company. No, man. Sometimes you gotta recognize when God takes you out of certain situations, man. You gotta be grateful for it. See, me personally, I could tell you this, speaking from my perspective. There's girls who I've liked in high school and they've rejected me. There's girls in life who've rejected me. And you see, those same girls who rejected me years ago, I would not even approach them today, because I've changed who I am as a person. I'm not the same person who I once was. I'm not the same person when I was 14, 15, 16, 17. So the girls that I liked in my past who rejected me have been high school and in my younger days. You see, it don't phase me today, because I know that God got somebody special in store for me. I know that God got greatness in store for me. That I know that I'm chosen to be excellent. I know that God. You see, when you know you got God on your side, you ain't rejection can't phase you, man. That's what I was tell you guys. Get God in your life. Have a relationship with God. Look at yourself how God views you. Don't look at yourself how the world views you. View yourself how God views you. Because when you start with that mindset, you always start winning in life, because you always recognize that God will have better in store for you. God can even come to you himself and told you why he allowed those people, why he allowed that job to reject you. Because he had better in store for you. He had better plans. Don't let rejection phase you, man. You don't gotta crash out. You ain't gotta be upset. You ain't gotta go take out your anger on people. You ain't gotta do silly stuff to try and impress that person who rejected you. I see so many stuff nowadays. I see so many guys nowadays when a woman rejects them, they try to force her to like them. They'll pull up a new card. They'll beg for a number. They'll say, "Please, please, don't reject me, man. Just give me one chance." I see a woman. They'll do all types of stuff to get a man's attention. They put these fake butts on, put on these BBLs, go to these clubs and all that, just to try and get a man to like them. They'll try to force a guy and shame a guy into liking him. Nah, man. You want a person who's gonna like you for you. You want a person gonna like you naturally. That's the type of person you want. You don't want nobody who's gonna be forced to like you. When a person's forced to like you, their heart is not truly in it. Just like you don't beg someone to stay in your life, man. You don't force someone to like you. When after rejection happens, man, just stay focused on where God's gonna take you. Stay focused on the better opportunities that's gonna come down the line. I understand you might like that woman, you might like that man if you're a woman. You might like that woman if you're a man. I understand you probably want that job so bad and you got rejected and now you're sad. I understand. If you feel need to cry and so and let it out, then let it out, man. It's better to let it out than to keep it in. Of course, I recommend you cry in private so nobody possibly laughs at you or downgrades you or nothing. But nevertheless, man, it's alright to let out your feelings. It's alright to cry and all that. But guess what? After you do all that, don't stay hurt about it. Release the anger, release the hurt, and move on. Release the pain, man, because there's better opportunities coming your way. You ain't got to dwell in the past. You ain't got to dwell on what you're feeling right now. Because I could tell you that, once again, I'm going to speak from my experience. Any person who's rejected me, whether it's a friend, a person who left my life, whether it's a friend, a girl who I've liked who rejected me, that pain that I felt in that moment, I don't feel that same pain today. You know why? Because I moved on, because I've looked in towards where God's taken me. I look towards the future in which God got in store for me. That's what I look towards. I don't stay focused on that past. Me, I'm looking where God's taking me. I'm staying focused on my future. And that's why you gotta stay focused on. Stay focused in your future. Stay focused where God's taking you. When you have that mindset, you will never fall, man. You always succeed because you won't stay caught up in situation that's just temporary. The pain you're feeling right now, temporary. The thoughts you're feeling right now of, man, this person rejected me, this job rejected me, these people don't want to be my friends no more, man, please. Man, trust me, all that hurt and all that, like I said, you can let it all out, but once you do all that, move on. Because the same people that you face today is not going to be the same people you face tomorrow. That same person rejected you today, number one, you might not even see him again, especially if it's a stranger you met in the street, especially if it's a person and you guys are getting ready to graduate school, like high school or college, and you're not going to see that person tomorrow. Ain't nothing to even worry about that because so you're not going to see that person no more. But even if you do see that person every day, just stay focused, man. Just look to where God's taking you. You ain't gotta look at what they said to you. Cause nowadays I know when people get rejected nowadays, especially when men get rejected, a lot of times people are brutal, especially some women can be brutal to some men. But you ain't gotta stay focused on all that. Because if a person is brutal to you and rude to you and rejecting you, then guess what? That shows you that person's character. That shows what type of person they are. That shows their true identity, that they were toxic from the beginning. So you ain't gotta stay caught up in how a person treats you, even when you approach them, because to somebody you're gonna be valuable. There's a person out there who would love to have you in their life. So just always stay focused on that, man. Just know that there's somebody out there who will even treat you better than that person who rejected you. There's a job out there that would love to have you as an employee. There's a business out there that would love to have you as a business partner. You guys got many great ideas. Many of you guys are great as people. So you ain't gotta stay caught up into how people look at you. How one person views you is not gonna be how the other person views you. Because nowadays people get rejected and they have to take out their hurt and pain into potential future partners, potential future jobs, potential future businesses. Don't let that person from the past destroy your future. Because guess what? Taking out your pain on future people who God gonna place in your life, all you're gonna do is just gonna drive people away from you. Because you gotta understand, not everybody's out to get you. That woman who rejected you as a man, that not every woman's gonna be out to get you. Not every woman's gonna be there to hurt you, man. That same man who rejected you as a woman, you understand not every man's gonna be like that. Because nowadays, when people get rejected, when other people come down the line who could be potential partners, they want to take out their anger on them. They want to look at them like, when's this person going to hurt me? I'm just waiting for this person to talk slick to me. I'm just waiting for this person to reject me. Get out of that mindset, man. Because that negativity is going to start to show and people are going to start to sense it. Then you're going to start to drive away people from you. Then you're going to be wondering why nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to be around bad energy. You got to understand that and respect that. But nevertheless, don't want to hurt and pain. Hold back on your future. When a person hurts you, you get rejected, move on from it. Recognize it as a better opportunity and look towards the great future that God has in store for you. You see what I'm saying? And live a future, live a life that's dedicated unto God. Because when you have God leading your life, He'll always direct you to better. So nevertheless, guys, hope this video was a great encouragement to you. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, and have a blessed day.